Welcome to my new favorite video on this channel. In the beginning of April, we set out to recreate the official Trackmania campaign into full ice once again, the hardest to drive surface, but also the most rewarding when driven correctly. All 25 tracks were converted by hand, new strats of finishing had to be discovered, new lines were found, and there's nothing more satisfying than watching an ice map being pulled off correctly. The amazing records we are about to see are at parts a result of the €300 prize pool donated by you. We are very hyped to icify the coming summer campaign and the new moving block set as well, so I once again ask you for your financial support. If you enjoy the ice records as much as I do, consider donating to the Icy Summer prize pool and I will put you on a fancy sponsor sign onto the maps themselves. Help us exceed the €300 from last time to get an even crazier record video next time. Thank you very much, and without further ado, let's jump in. And here we are, the first map. I am so excited, and we start with an incredibly annoying bounce. Keep in mind, these tracks were not supposed to be full ice, and so some jumps are not calculated properly anymore, but many of you and I enjoy finding the new best way possible. It's like a puzzle. And we see the top 5 very close together on this map, Alcon and Mika ahead. Both ice wiggling here in the end for the extra bit of speed. And I think Alcon actually won the first round. 31.6, followed by Mika with 31.69. 200s actually. By the way, stay until the end to see who won the €100 raffle. Every YouTube comment and every medal counted as a ticket. We had 41,000 tickets in the end, but only one winner. Stay tuned. Map 02 with the Zoop strat, and let's see if the Zoop still works. Yes it does, but it's very hard to get it with a slower speed. Mika taking it, so it's 1-1 Mika and Alcon. 24.555 and 24.656. 03, another particularly annoying map because of this first jump. The good maps start at 04, I promise. Still, these 5 players make them look so smooth and calculated, so all good for us viewers. Before I forget it, if you are someone who rarely likes and comments, I totally get it, but I really hope you can make an exception for this video. I want as many people as possible to see these wonderful ice records, and that's only possible through likes and comments. Thanks a lot. Alcon taken 03, we switch to 04 with the dirt start and the first 360 strat here. One of our favorite strats, more to come. And into this right-hander, and then you see the no steer bit where you gotta stay very center. The ice will steer you quickly into one direction. We are watching Alcon right now because of what is coming up. Boom. Oh yes, he's the only one who actually did the cut that is also working on the official map, jumping over that wall into the finish, giving him an over 1 second lead to Mika, Kuzi, Firefox and Kizo. Map 05, the last one of the white maps. If you watched last season's record video, you will know Mika's name, but this time the campaign got way more attention. Several thousand people tried it, including some tough contenders for first place. We will also not always watch first place of the map, so to keep you on the edge of the seat, right now we're watching Mika in 5th place, but with the speed from the loop he can actually catch up to 2nd. Will he overtake Alcon? No, he got 2nd in the end. Still very impressive there. Okay, so far there were 4 first places for Alcon and 1 by Mika. Who do you think will win? Eyes on Kuzi now on map 06, the first track where I had to make a slight modification because the map was impossible otherwise. Coming up here, Kuzi still in first, Mika now overtaking, as well as Elcon and Firefox, so Kuzi falling behind to 4th place. And here it is again, a no engine bit, which is incredibly weird on ice. You gotta do let the sausage block do its work, and this reset block I put here to make the map possible. On the normal version it would go up to the finish, Mika taking it, then Elcon, Kuzi overtaking Firefox in the end for a 3rd place. Nice. Oh, 07. Very satisfying map. One of the easiest author times, because I said it. Also, author times were a bit all over the place. I will try to keep them more in unison next time. And here it is. Look at this turn combination by Mika. 360 down the hill after the slow-mo into the ice slide. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And some dirt parts. Watching Elcon, do you think he can catch up? I don't think so. Into this last ice slide, the booster not worth it. In the end, Mika takes it. '08 is another really cool track with a silly start because of this no engine block again. In the start you need to slam into the wall, but the way you slam into it evolved several times, from sliding along to bouncing along like a Beyblade to no sliding along the border. You won't find stuff like this on normal maps, that's for sure. By the way, on the last track you saw Elcon's record was 4 days ago, but I had to retake the screenshots, so it was actually 1 day before the end. Since especially Mika and Elcon hunted the last 3 days of the campaign. Super interesting. Gus Sillypants here, a bit of a rare name here in 2nd place, but Mika with the fastest time. Oh, number 9, one of my favorite conversions. To me, it's even better than the dirt version, but I might be biased a bit. And again, Mika and Elcon in front, but now Mokura and Kuzi in the mix. Very close together here. You can see these records in comparison to the Icy Winter are way closer. This close records on ice is actually kind of amazing. Mika and Elcon now in the last booster. Who will it be? Elcon with a little bit more speed, and we are heading up to the finish. Left and right corner, both making it almost simultaneously, and it's 400ths of a difference, making Elcon the winner. As we jump into map 10, I really like this start, but this start is so incredibly precise with no engine ice. Of course, these 5 players making it flawlessly. Camera on Kuzi, Gus Sillypants and Mika in the mix. Mika with the furthest ice slide gets a bit ahead here. Kuzi now falling even more behind, but now this uphill coming up. An uphill where Virtual struggled a lot on his streams. Very entertaining to watch, and you can see Mika getting the furthest up the hill with his ice slide, and the others a little bit less. So Mika seems to be in front, then Gus Sillypants. Ooh, we're flying ahead. Kuzi, Elcon, Symptom. I hope you like these flying cameras. Spend a lot of time on them. First track of the blue series. Right now we have 6 first places for Mika, 5 first places for Elcon. So Mika with a great comeback. It looks like we have a duel between these two. Map 11 here, we have a lot of these black surfaces where we didn't convert them into ice, so we also have some strats coming from ice onto road with icy tires and stuff. Incredibly awkward turns here. You just saw Kuzi slamming into the wall, but didn't slow him down apparently. And again a Mika Elcon fight here in the end, but Mika takes 11 in front of Elcon. I like this track. 38.6 to 39. Ooh, another reactor boost shenanigans map on 12. Do you think the cut is still possible in the ice version? Let's have a look. We are watching Medicine, another great ice player. Didn't hunt as much as Mika and Elcon though, except maybe for this map. So let's see, Mika and Medicine going far to the right, into the left, and flying over. Mika landing a bit early on the nose, Medicine with a little bit more reactor boost, sliding into the finish, and we actually have our first win that isn't Mika and Elcon, or Elcon. Hankesme and Latek went the normal way, 5 seconds behind. Elcon also making the cut. 13 is another great track. I was so sure that this long jump in the middle wasn't possible, but there's a conveniently placed platform in the middle where you can reset your engine off. But yeah, these top players had something else in mind. Let's have a look. You have to do this uphill absolutely perfectly for this to work. And here you see it, Kuzi, Elcon and Mika, especially Elcon, making this jump very smoothly. This is so hard to get the speed for this. Let me tell you, go give it a try. Elcon taking it in front of Mika, Kuzi, Firefox, and then a little bit behind Kizo in 5th place. Elcon's record only 1 day ago after the end of Icy Spring map. 14, another very cool ice track, except for one turn in the end that will destroy a lot of your runs, but the rest of it is just a lot of fun on ice. Really surprised. Maybe one of my favorites. Now, camera on Elcon only in 4th right now. Mokura, who is another great ice player. Mika and Kuzi in front. Very tight turn here because of some corners coming in. Then everyone going a bit diagonally over this bit of snow, and this is the turn. This is so awkward to hold the ice slide uphill. You can see it kind of looks a bit shaky, but they make it through the triangle of the checkpoint to keep as much speed as possible. And here the last turn we see Mika quite a bit in front of Elcon, and then the 3 others, Mokura, Kuzi and Firefox. Mika did this record on the last day. Wow. And we're on the fan favorite here, the ice sausage loop track, but you gotta get there first. This first jump was already a very tough speed check. We again see Elcon and Mika in the top 2, but let's see how will they handle the ice looping. Yep, that's right, they don't actually drive it, they cut it, but it's so hard to cut because of the ice. You cannot air brake and you have to line up the angle and the jump just perfectly for you to get the turnaround onto the road again. Afterwards they were even wiggling, and now it seems like Elcon just a little bit in front of Mika, but both did an incredible run on this track. Dwinjo in 3rd, who I think was the first to discover and pull this off perfectly. Alright, 7 first places for Mika right now, 6 for Elcon and 1 for Medicine, so everything's still undecided as we jump into the increasingly harder and harder tracks, the red tracks now. Map 16. Eyes on Latek, another great ice player. In the mix here in the top 3, of course, with Elcon and Mika. Who else should it be? And we see at the triple 360 here. Oh, beautiful. That was... Oh. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And it's still very close together. Who's taking it? Oh, Elcon here with a little bit more speed coming out of this. And I think it was Elcon. Did Latek make 2nd or 3rd? Third actually behind Symptom and Firefox on map 16. Map 17 with the Zoop at the start. On the ice version you actually get it automatically, that's very fun. And we are watching Alcon. Again, Alcon and Mika at the top spots, but yeah, these two hunted the maps the most. Eyes now on Alcon. The turns on 17 are quite weird because, as I said before, these maps weren't supposed to be ice and you need to slow down sometimes to not... Oh, look at this, yeah, perfect example. Alcon not going into the ice slide, but just counter accelerating for a bit to slow down and then going into the ice slide to not lose the slide afterwards. So yeah, that's how you manage to not slide out in ice turns. You just gotta know your speed. Incredible. Mika taking it overall though, Alcon losing it in the end a bit. And here's one of the favorites. We gotta watch this twice. Look at the start. Alcon finding this first, but in the end Alcon and Mika with his strat flying over the first part of the map. Wow. I don't know what else to say, but this is the best thing I've ever seen. Alcon doing it a little bit better here. But if you make this, you still have to drive 80% of the track. Right now we see Mika actually overtaken here in this part. Although Alcon had the better start. But the track is not over. Mika going into an ice slide. Alcon catching up. Who's it gonna be? We have some bobsleigh remaining here in the end. And I actually don't remember who won this. It looks like... Okay, now there's nothing more to do, I think, for Alcon. Mika takes it, Alcon very close behind. And then the three others who weren't going for the jet start. Oh, this is the most amazing record, I think. But we are jumping into map 19. I think this might be the hardest track. This beginning already so tough to do, sliding over the snow into an ice slide uphill. Mukura did it very well, but crashed there, I think. So we have again Mika and Alcon in the top two spots. But this map overall very hard, there's more to come. This turn combination you have to do perfectly to get this jump, because it's quite far. And I see Mukura is still in the mix. Into the slalom part. Watch Alcon now, this is so cool as well. Beautiful. The only one to pull that strat off. Doesn't save a lot, but it gains you a lot of style points, that's for sure. Down here, even cutting the reset to gain a little bit more speed from the reactor boost. And did I say a little bit? Alcon actually gaining a lot here. Oh, wait. Oh, this is such a back and forth. Okay, Alcon actually gaining a bit, but then Mika coming back. And now I think Mika actually will win. Let's see the end. It's also snow here. Very tough to do. Oh, Kuzi actually hitting the finish. The same that Alcon almost did, but he avoided it. Kuzi in fourth with that hit. Mika and Alcon both did this record in the last day. Incredible. Into map 20, a map that Mark, hello Mark from Twitch, actually hunted a lot. One of my favorite streamers, so camera on him, let's see how he did here. It looks like everyone is doing almost the same stuff. Mark from Twitch now in second place, only behind Mika. New ice god here, maybe. And then we have this jump, which is also so satisfying. You've seen it in the intro. You gotta do a turnaround to not bonk into the wall afterwards. Symptom now overtaking into second place. Mark losing it a little bit here in the last turn. Let's jump ahead and see who is winning. Mika is winning, Symptom, Alcon, Henkesme, and Mark actually in fifth. although he was in second place briefly. Last 5 tracks, the black tracks. This top-down start, I wanted to show you, look at this. 2 turn combinations and Mika and Elcon are already a bit ahead. Amazing. Also this backward strat here. Very awkward 360, so this is one of those puzzle maps where you gotta look around for the best line for a bit. Elcon doing this very well. Right now we have, I think, 11 first places for Mika, 7 for Elcon and 1 for Medicine, so Elcon needs like 4 first places in these last 5 tracks to win. But we'll see. It's gonna be very close. It looks like this one is one for Elcon. Another 360 strat here, beautiful. Let's see the others as well. Okura actually not going for it, but the other ones flying back to the front. I spent a lot of time on this flying camera. Beautiful. If you're still here and haven't liked yet, what are you doing? Please press like, it's very easy. Helps a lot. Thank you. And last bit of the track. Easy to do. Elcon taking it. Mika in second. And then it's quite a gap. Where's the other ones? Zeppe and Mokura Firefox in 5th. That was map 20. Bit of a weird map. Some cool parts though. A lot of 360s, which we enjoy a lot, of course. Into map 21. Nice slide around this corner. That has been a dirt bug slide before. And camera on Elcon again. We have these dirt loopings on this track. A lot about keeping your momentum on this one. This turn also very satisfying in playing yourself. I enjoyed this track. Works out very well as an ice version since a bit of it is already ice. Going up here into this overhead. Elcon doing this very well. I think he'll keep it, but there's a few turns still left. You can throw it everywhere into this downhill, and yeah, that looks like a win for Elcon. Mika close behind, Mika in second, then Latak, Firefox and Mokura on this track. Elcon and Mika both did this 3 days before the end. And we're jumping into map 23. This is probably the second hardest track. And one aspect of that might be the Cam 3 parts, which I all left as they are on the official track, because this is just a conversion. We don't want to change much, but we'll actually in Icy Summer I will remove the Cam 3s, because there are some wall rides coming up where you don't have the speed on ice and you have to ice slide in the wall, which actually works. It's a cool strat. Here you can see it. We won't watch it in Cam 3, but here you have to do this sideways, and in Cam 3 you will only see the sky. These players only saw the sky. Oh, look at this strat, just going backwards on this bit and then turning around. Elcon with the strat actually overtaking Mika, but it's close. It's still a fight. And yeah, I will remove those cams in Icy Summer. Other than that, the track's still hard, even without that. This looks so satisfying. The ice slides in the wall rides, super cool. You don't have the speed for this finish, so you gotta go to the one in the back here. Elcon with another win. He is catching up with only first places, which gain you the most amount of points for the overall win. Beautiful track from the overhead as well. Oh, map 24. This kind of got solidified a few days before the actual end of Icy Spring because of some physics changes. The first ice booster got weaker. I really hope Nadeo can do those physics changes at season ends next time, but it wasn't too bad. It was only 1 or 2 days of hunting for Icy Spring, and yeah, now we see one of the hardest parts of the whole campaign, this triple stair jump up here. Of course, these 5 players made it, but if you tried this, this is very hard. It's also one of the least finished tracks. But yeah, Mika and Alcon right now ahead. Who's it gonna be? Do you think Alcon can catch up here? He really needs more wins to get the overall win. Go in here. The kind of labyrinth of track bits and trees. Both knowing the best line, of course. Looks like the difference is keeping the same. We have one wall right left here and an uphill. Oh yeah, you can gain a lot of time if you ice slide here in Chem 3, and that's actually what Alcon is doing. And he's overtaking Mika. The uphill, I don't think Mika can do anything, and it's actually an Alcon win. Wow. Okay, 24, an Alcon win, and I think we have a duel. If Alcon takes last map, he will win overall. If Mika takes last map, he will win overall. The last map will actually decide who's winning. Whew. Last map here, map 25. We're watching Kuzi. We should actually be watching Alcon, but or Mika, Alcon or Mika, to see who's winning. But we are watching Kuzi, so let's see. Mika is a bit ahead. Kuzi on second, Alcon nowhere to be seen. So is this a Mika win? I don't know. This is a very long track. It works out pretty well in ice. One bit here where you need to go through this ring and then reset because the jump is not possible. You see everyone resetting here, and then you go up to the left, and we see Alcon catched up. Alcon in second place now. Whoa. Super close match here. This bit always very hard. You gotta catch the ice slide to not fall down off the track. Get this booster into the ice slide jump. Oh, Kuzi messing it up a bit. Oh yeah, I decided Kuzi messed it up too much, so let's jump ahead to Alcon and Mika. Let's see who takes it. Mika with quite the lead. Here's one block I placed, because this jump was too far. This track was impossible as a 1-to-1 conversion. Oh, okay. I think it's gonna be Mika. Right now we go into the fragile bit, going sideways here. Oh, that looks also very cool. I like this track. In both versions actually. Feels like an adventure. No ice slide here. Probably faster not to. And there is still a gotcha in the end here. You will just see, will Mika mess it up or Alcon? You have to make it over this ramp here, but it looks like a Mika win. Mika takes it, and if I recall correctly, that also makes him the overall winner. We will look at that in a second. Mika with a 2:08, Alcon just 2 days before the end with a 2:11. Wow, okay. And we see here actually Mika taking the overall win with 740,000 points. That is only one switch from first to second on one map difference. If Alcon had taken 25, he would be the overall winner. 710,000 points for Alcon. Then Prosta Kuzi in third, Firefox in fourth, and Latek in fifth. These 5 places have actually won some money, and Mika decided that that fight was so close that he will split the difference with Alcon, both winning 70 bucks. Congratulations also to Kuzi, Firefox and Latak. Now the only thing left to do is find out who's the Raffle winner. We actually did this on stream. We've picked 8 names to put them on a wheel of fortune, and those 8 names were Lapis Lightning, Stoxenborns, Henkisme, Redline YouTube, Honris, Zyper, Anti751 and Kultkai. And let's see what the wheel decided. So, hello YouTube. We have picked 8 people who participated. You have to put a YouTube comment in and then you can participate in the raffle. Here it goes. It says click Control Enter. 100 euros go to Zyper._. GG to Zyper._. Oh yeah, GG to Zyper. I see a lot of gold medals, a few author medals. Totally deserved. 100 euros. Write me in Discord to get the money. That's it. Thanks to everyone who enjoyed Icy Spring and tried it out and enjoyed the best meme campaign in Trackmania. Please give this video a like and a comment, it helps so much. And if you really like it, leave us a donation for the Icy Summer prize pool. It will go 100% into the prize pool, I keep nothing. I will see you in Icy Summer starting somewhere in the second half of July. And if you can't get enough of these Icy records, check out the previous one on screen right now. That is all from my side. See you next time. Goodbye!